what's not to like about Adel Lolic? Both him and his opponent, a very friendly build-up to this fight. They mentioned to me at weigh-ins yesterday that since everyone else was ducking them, quote, we wanted to make this fight ourselves. Adel mentioned to me he quite literally DM'd his opponent and said, hey man, let's get it going. He has a lot of respect for Tommy Merton's skill set, a guy that's absolutely gigantic for 180 pounds, 6'5". This is by his own estimate, right? So Adel Lolic has his work cut out for him tonight, but if there is a man that can get it done, it's him. Had a fantastic showing at K-Series, and this is a guy that loves that traditional Dutch style, right? Walking forward, boxing. He's not going to move his head off the center line a lot. He likes to take his time early in fights, kind of scout guys, right? But once he feels he has you, that's when he starts to pour on the pressure. An absolute warrior, and a guy that asked me to give him a little bit more love on the leg kicks, so I'll try to keep a lookout for that tonight. As he enters the cage here. Another thing you're going to notice about him is his steely demeanor. Even in the heat of combat, his face does not change. But Tommy Merton, a guy that loves the outdoors, you see by his hat there, just a great human being overall. I had the pleasure of meeting him and talking to him, and a positive guy. A guy that brings light and energy to a room, and one of the best people you'll ever meet. Stepping in here tonight, very rangy. You could see from his legs there and the way he fights, it's almost reminiscent of John Jones. Uses a lot of leg kicks. He loves staying out at range. Stylistically, this fight is fantastic because Adel is a guy that loves to press forward. We got to see, especially with the smaller cage tonight, how Tommy Merton's going to handle that. Fantastic choice of walkout music. Tommy Merton did mention to me that he just wants to put on the fans a show.
Our next fight is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. The referee in charge of the action, JP Zuniga. First, introducing and fighting out of the blue corner, stands at 6 foot even, weighing in at 180 pounds. Under Underdog MMA, fighting out of Hartford, Connecticut, Adel the Bosnian Butcher Lolic. And his opponent standing and fighting out of the red corner stands at 6 foot 5 inches tall, weighing in at 180 pounds. Under Hot Box, fighting out of Maryland, Tommy Merton.
What will most certainly be the decider in this fight is how active Adel Lolic can get in pressuring Tommy Merton, because anyone that knows Adel will tell you he has a laser for a jab and a lunchbox for a cross. Great leg kicks. Tommy Merton just kind of opening up a little bit more. This is the fight that we expect, right? There you go, Merton going to the legs. Lolic just staying calm, composed, pumping that jab. That's another weapon that Merton loves, is that front kick up the middle. He throws that quite frequently. A guy that's an RFC vet and has fought for titles in this promotion before. Fought for titles in this promotion before. Nice leg kicks there from Lolic. Nice response by Merton, though. A very cautionary pace being set early here. Nice head kick up top from Lolic. Woo! Can't do that, but he did it anyways. And we're not going to see a lot of animosity out of these guys. They really like each other. But Lolic almost going back to his Muay Thai days there. Saw the sweep, took it. Nice front kick up the middle there. Very competitive first round here. These guys trading. Nice head kick out of Merton. A nice leg kick in response by Adel Lolic. Merton taking his time. interesting enough, being the one to kind of stalk Lolic down. Nice jab up the middle. Both these guys looking to time up that front kick. And those leg kicks, those inside leg kicks of Lolic really having an effect on Merton. You see multiple times there in that round. Perhaps we can get a replay going here where Lolic lands and Merton physically takes a step back, right? And I don't mean a regular step back. I mean you just got slapped in the shin with an Adel Lolic leg kick step back. There we go. Here's a replay here. Thank you to production team. Some general replays from that first round. Very slow pace. All right, both guys deliberate, taking their time, finding their shots. That jab, that prominent jab from Lolic. And both men with that front kick up the middle, utilizing the best of their weapons. Expect a little bit of a pickup in the pace this round number 2. Now that both guys kind of have a feel, right? They've thrown their probing weapons. For anyone that doesn't understand what probing weapons are, weapons like that front kick, like that jab, that kind of gauge your opponent's reaction to what you're throwing. But expect both these guys to pick it up here, round 2 of a potential 3 on the docket. Adel's certainly a little bit more mobile now, kind of circling. Merton looking for his shot. And it's smart by Lolic kind of crowding Merton because a lot of the taller guys, right? Merton's a huge physical specimen of a man. When you get in, some of them have a little bit of an issue in the pocket, right? Because you think about the length that a martial artist kind of has. It'd be easier for a guy like Lolic to kind of let his hands go box in the pocket versus Merton operating at the distance that I think he wants to operate, which is out at range, at that kickboxing range. Nice leg kicks again from Lolic. A nice cross by Merton, but a nice head kick by Lolic. And again, that leg kick really took a toll on Merton. Merton, switch head kick. Oh! Trading slapping leg kicks. And yeah, I mean that, if this goes to a third, that leg kick from Lolic, you could see even on the quads of Merton, both quads already bright red. And a little bit of swelling too. Brief noise in the background. Nice knee up the middle from Lolic. Again, that front kick timed perfectly by Lolic. Ten seconds left here, round number 2. And the way that Merton throws that front kick is very special because a lot of guys, they'll throw it regularly, kind of naked, right? But the way that Merton throws it, and perhaps we can see it on the replay here, Merton will throw almost and then flick. He puts a flick at the end of his front kicks. Some round highlights around number 2. That's a nice cross. Lolic answers with that head kick and then going back to those low kicks. Let's see if we can get it. That front kick, the way he throws it. Very interesting. Not going to see that from a lot of guys. There you go. See, he'll kind of flick up with his hips and then at the last moment, like a scorpion's tail, kind of whip up with his shin. So a competitive fight through 2. It's not my job to be a judge, but I really don't know how to score this one. Going into this third round could be anyone's fight. And you got to love both these guys, man. 2 exemplary human beings. Whoa! Both men trading with big shots. And you have to have a lot of respect for both these men taking on the matchups that nobody else would want to, right? The whole reason we're here right now is because both these guys are being ducked by the rest of the amateur fight scene. So Kind of a fight anytime, anywhere type of situation. Volume from Lolic, though. Merton being a little bit more aggressive. I think that's smart, right? If you're Merton, you have to feel, even if you're not down, like you are down, right? Nice front kick up the middle from Merton there. And nice feints to kind of open Adel Lolic up. Oh! And Merton, as if to say, come on, hits his head with both gloves. And Lolic just staying poised, even when Merton pressures, right? You're never going to see a change in Lolic's demeanor, his face, or the way that he fights. Always a guy that sticks to the game plan. Adel Lolic could be fighting the devil, and he wouldn't change from his game plan. Nice check hook out of Lolic there. Merton still putting pressure. "15 seconds to go. Merton snaps the head back of Lolic with a good shot. 10 seconds to go here. And great flow from both gentlemen, kind of shifting into their shots. And you have to think, now the question becomes, optically, what does this look like for the judges? You know, because this is a competitive contest. Merton was pressuring for a lot of that round, and even though Lolic was having what I believe to be a little bit more success with his boxing and his connections, does Merton, pressuring more, hold more weight? We will see in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Live from the Newburgh Armory, you are watching RFC 6. I am your host, Jacob Koopman. And we thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. More great fights coming your way. A little preview of what we have coming up next. Malang Suso versus Tamim Ahmed. Our first MMA bout of the evening. This is going to be a fun one.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your winner by way of unanimous decision and fighting out of the blue corner, Adel the Bosnian Butcher Lolic.
Adel Lolic able to get it done. Merton, clash in defeat or victory. And you got to have an appreciation for both of these athletes stepping in here and giving us a fight to remember here tonight.